everyone, it's Samantha and welcome to my week number 9 update. I am 9 weeks pregnant as of today and I'll be putting this up tomorrow on Tuesday, so that'll be 9 weeks and 1 day. And the baby is the size of a green olive. It's about 1 inch long, which is really tiny, but each week it's been getting drastically bigger now as all the cells are multiplying and everything. So pretty much this week is a bunch of the same stuff. This is going to be a little bit TMI, of course, because it's pregnancy and it's real life. So I have been constipated. I have not been able to go number 2 the last couple of days. It's been pretty difficult and frustrating to not be able to go number 2. So I've been pulling out all the stops and having all sorts of fiber stuff. And hopefully we will get something going soon. I did have one migraine this week and it was at night, so I just went to sleep and it wasn't too awful. It just felt like I didn't sleep that whole night. So I slept most of the day the next day. When I get migraines, I get like a migraine hangover. So even after the migraine is done, the next couple of days I still feel pretty miserable. So I just took it easy a couple of days and now I feel fine again. So I have been pretty nauseous most of the time, but the last couple of days I have not been nauseous very many times, which usually, aside from the last couple of days, it has just been constant. It's like every hour to 2 hours I am nauseous again. I have to constantly eat, and the last couple of days I haven't been getting nauseous nearly as often, which is great. I hope it keeps up because it's been nice the last couple of days. I even cooked both weekend days. I was really excited about that. And I didn't get nauseous with the smells or anything, which was great because it has been so hard to cook. My husband has had to grill a lot of stuff and eat outside. That's how bad my nausea has been. And my poor husband has to go outside and eat. So something I wanted to talk about, and I realized I haven't been talking about, is how my husband's been behaving. Of course, he's excited. We did pretty much plan this. We knew we were going to have a baby eventually, so he was kind of prepared mentally for trying and everything. But I haven't been talking about him in these updates, and I really wanted to talk about him because he has been so amazing. It's been incredibly frustrating being so nauseous, and I don't know what I would have done without him. He is just my rock. He always has been, and he probably always will be. I'm just so thankful to be going through this with him because he has just made it so much easier for me, and he just really takes care of me, and he also adds a lot of humor to the situation. So as far as like taking care of me and stuff, he has been just amazing. He keeps the house clean when I slack on it, which I've been slacking pretty much nonstop. He makes sure all the dishes are clean and there's no dishes in the sink to have any kind of smells. He makes sure everything's washed immediately. He's been eating outside when I've been feeling really nauseous and the smells were getting to me. And he has not complained one single time about any cleaning or any cooking, and he doesn't cook. I enjoy cooking. I love to cook for him, and he doesn't know how to cook really well. So it's been really funny because he has been cooking. He's been asking me how to make certain things here and there. He's just been doing some basic stuff. He's not going crazy and cooking a gourmet meal or anything. Not that I can cook gourmet meals, but he's been grilling a lot all by himself and cooking some things in the oven here and there, and he's been doing great, and I'm really impressed with how he's really stepped up. I really thought he might start to complain about the food because he is kind of spoiled in that way that I do cook mostly homemade, I do cook mostly healthy stuff, and he's used to eating, you know, a certain level of quality food where now he's having some freezer meals and he's having to cook his other stuff all by himself. But he has not complained one time about it. He's been such a trooper with that. And he's also added so much humor to the situation and made it so much happier. I've told you guys before, he's just such a jokester. He loves cracking jokes about everything. Sometimes it annoys me, but most of the time I wouldn't have it any other way. Since the beginning, he's called me preggers. And so, like, he'll be like, "Be quiet, preggers, you can't do that, you're preggers." And he'll like make fun of me, and he won't let me carry anything, he won't let me do anything. He just really like takes charge, and he's like, "No, you can't do that, you're pregnant." And even if it's something so simple, like one day, I guess this was a couple of weeks ago, and I'm going to share this video recipe with you guys in a coming video soon, I made a marble cheesecake. So I'd made this mini cheesecake for us and we were slicing it up. I put a piece on each plate and then he grabbed my plate before I could grab it and take it to the couch because we were just watching a movie and having a little snack. And he grabbed my plate and he's like, "You can't carry this, you're pregnant." And I'm like, you know, it's just a plate, it's not a big deal. He was just joking around. And not only that, he walked backwards from the kitchen to the living room. It's all just an open floor plan, so it's not like he would run into anything. It's just a straight line. He's walking backwards. But anyway, he's holding it and he has a fork. He has the fork ready with a piece on it and he's like, "This is in case you get hungry on the way to the couch since you're preggers." And I just died laughing. I thought it was the funniest thing. It's only like 10 or 15 feet of walking and he was just like prepared with the cheesecake in case I got hungry, which is so funny. It's just a perfect example of how goofy he is and he's just really making it all into a joke. And he's just been really silly and it's been a lot of fun. And he's been taking the weekly pictures of me and he's just so goofy with the camera too. He'll be like, "Now, look up to the sky dreamily," and he'll like tell me how to pose and things, and he's just funny and cracks me up the whole time when we're taking the pictures. That's just his personality and I love that about him, but he's just been making the pregnancy that much more fun. He's been so amazing. So I just wanted to talk about him for a while because I haven't really mentioned him very much. My husband's one of the kind of guys that does not want to be filmed at all. He does not ever want to be in one of my videos. He's been adamant about that and he does funny things, so I'm like, "Oh, will you do that on camera?" He's like, "No, no way, no how." He is a professional, so he does work for a big company and he doesn't want any of his stuff out there, but he doesn't mind me talking about him. So I can talk about him and share stories with you guys here and there, but you will not be seeing my husband anytime soon. He just is not into that at all, but he totally supports my YouTube thing. He loves that I do my crafty YouTube and he's been fully supportive of this family channel, but he does not want to be filmed at all. So there won't be any shots of my husband. I know a lot of like the family vloggers and the mommy vloggers show their husbands, but I probably won't ever show him just because I respect his privacy and I respect that he doesn't want to be seen. So if you're wondering about my husband, that's why. You're just gonna have to hear stories about him. And I do have a picture over on my blog. I have pictures of him on my Instagram. He'll let me take pictures here and there, but even the pictures are few and far between. He really does not like, being out there, you know? I'd say that's probably like the majority of people. They don't want to be filmed and shown online and all that kind of stuff. So totally respect his feelings on that. I've got my pregnancy questions last week. I missed a couple of these because I totally forgot and I was hungry, so the fish sticks were about to beep. I couldn't think of my questions, I was just too hungry. So I'm going through my questions now. Emotionally, I am feeling really good this week. I'm feeling hopeful that I'm getting past some of the worst morning sickness. I've had a couple of really good days, and so I'm feeling emotionally very happy, and overall I'm just feeling excited. As far as symptoms go, I told you the morning sickness has gone down a little bit the last couple of days. I haven't been quite as nauseous, which has been great. And as far as cravings, I have had a bunch of them. I started craving Chick-fil-A chicken sandwiches, and I have not had Chick-fil-A since college. They had a Chick-fil-A on campus, so we would go to Chick-fil-A like once a week or so together and have a little lunch date while we were at school. And we just got burnt out of Chick-fil-A and haven't touched it since. And this has been years, probably like 2008, 2009 time frame. We got sick of it, haven't touched it since, but I have been craving a Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich basically for a week. And so one day I told my husband, we were talking on the phone during his lunch break, and I was like, "I am going to get a Chick-fil-A sandwich today. I have to have one." And I tried to find where the Chick-fil-A was in our town, and we don't have one. There was a Chick-fil-A on our university's campus here, U of I, and they don't have one anymore. The nearest one's about 45 minutes from here in a different town. So my husband had already wanted to go to that town for Krispy Kreme donuts. My husband loves donuts. If you see my grocery hauls, there's almost always a donut for him. So he likes Krispy Kreme donuts, and we don't have a Krispy Kreme in our town either. So we are planning on taking a road trip. Anytime I've been in the car, I've gotten really nauseous, and I don't want to be in the car for 45 minutes being nauseous. and then going to try to eat something and then coming home after eating something. So once my nausea goes down, we'll probably head over to this other town and take a little road trip. And the other craving I've had is for sushi. I don't eat any of the raw sushi. I only eat cooked sushi, so I'll eat ones that have shrimp tempura in them and one that have the imitation crab meat. And my favorite one is the California roll, and it's imitation crab meat, avocado, and cucumber. So we grabbed one at the grocery store this last week. You probably saw it on my video yesterday. And then at the end of my video, I showed you guys the California rolls. We decided to make it home. And they were so good. We're gonna make them again tonight, which is Monday night. We'll have had them a total of 3 times over the last few days, and I have just loved them. I can't get enough of them right now, and we'll probably end up going back and getting more supplies so we can make more California rolls too. So that's just something that I've been craving a lot, and it tastes great. It's pretty healthy. I'm just eating it up as much as I can. On my to-do list this week, I actually did this over the weekend, but I was trying to pick out a diaper bag. I know there's so many diaper bags out there, and I really liked a couple of the ones that are Petunia pickle bottom, but they're like designer bags, and they're like $150 to $200. That's way out of my price range. It's just not practical for me to spend that kind of money. Although we could afford it, I don't want to waste that kind of money on something like this. So like my most expensive handbag is like 50 bucks, and I plan on keeping it that way. But I did end up finding one that I really liked from Pottery Barn. It's actually just one of their totes. It's got pockets in the side of it, and you can get it personalized with an initial or your initials across it, and I really liked it. We actually had a gift certificate from one of my aunt-in-laws. My husband has 2 aunts, and one of them gave us a Pottery Barn gift certificate for our wedding, and we haven't used it yet, so I finally found something to use it on. I ended up ordering it. When it comes in, I'll show it to you guys. It's really just cute. It's a little aqua design on the bag. And I got it personalized with the letter P for Peyton. So it's just our last name, and I was really excited to get it personalized, and it's really pretty. It ended up being like $58 with free shipping, which was really good. Weight gain, I am at 158 today, and I have not pooped for a couple of days, so I'm thinking some of that is poop related. I do fluctuate up a pound or 2 here and there, so throughout the week I check my weight, and it's always up and down a pound or 2. So the best thing that happened this week was making the California rolls with my husband. We had such a good time making them together. We watched YouTube videos together. We made the rolls all together and just had such a good time. We were laughing and cracking jokes, and it was really fun. You know, that's kind of our favorite type of things to do together, just things that we do. We try new things, or we do something simple. Just making sushi together was so sweet and fun, and we had such a good time, and we just love things like that. We don't have to go out on an expensive date or do anything super fancy to really enjoy each other's company and spend time together. So it was definitely one of my highlights of the week. And the worst thing that happened this week was my migraine. I am so sick of getting migraines. It reminds me of how I used to be, and my husband and I were actually talking about this one day. He was like, you being so nauseous all the time and you getting these migraines really reminds me of when you used to get so sick. I used to get migraines a couple of times a week, and I would be basically bedridden. He's like, I'm so glad that you're able to get out of bed and still, you know, function mostly normally. Even though I've been really lazy and tired, I'm pretty much functioning normally at this point. I just have to eat every so often. But he was just bringing up how appreciative he was of how healthy I've been for the last few years. And Botox really, really saved my life. So if you ever have super bad migraines, definitely check out Botox. And right now I'm extra thankful for Botox. Although I can't get it while I'm pregnant, I'm definitely going to be getting it again as soon as we have our baby. So migraines are definitely the worst. Helpful pregnancy tips or discoveries. My best tip is don't feel guilty about what you're eating. If you can only keep certain things down, that's what you need to eat. We're used to eating pretty healthy. our grocery hauls have changed drastically since I've been having morning sickness really bad, and that's okay. I have definitely had that problem lately where I'm just basically eating junk food and soup from a can. I've not been eating very healthy, and you know I love eating healthy stuff. I love vegetables. I like some fruits, and we try to eat pretty healthy. Well, lately I have not been able to do that. You know, vegetables just gross me out. It's the texture, it's the smell, it's the way they look. It just really grosses me out. And so I've been eating whatever I can keep down and whatever's not making me nauseous. So it's been challenging a little bit going from eating healthy to eating not so healthy, but you just have to go with what your body is telling you. That's my best advice, is just don't feel guilty about it. Just make sure you're taking your prenatal so your baby's getting the nutrients they need, and as soon as you feel better, you can eat healthier. So I just keep reminding myself that it's only temporary. You know, I'm not going to eat this way the whole 9 months, and I'm going to try to enjoy it as much as I can, I guess. That is it. I'm going to show you my belly now. Here's my belly. Definitely have a pudge going on still. And here's with my shirt up. I don't feel like it's nearly as pudgy as it has been, but it is like getting a little bit firmer. Like now I can't press it as much. It's definitely a little bit firmer than it has been, which is a good sign. There's the shirt off, shirt on. It's definitely a pudge that I can't suck in, but I don't feel like it looks too big. So there's my little pudge. So that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. So if you're pregnant, my question for you today is, what is your biggest craving right now? Let me know what your cravings are in the comment section down below. I'll be interested to see what you guys have been craving lately. And be sure to subscribe to this channel so you know when I update. And I'll catch you guys in my next video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye. And yawn. That was very attractive. I'm sleepy. I already need a nap. Okay. But it doesn't look too awful, I don't think. Hey everyone, it's Samantha from Scrap Master's Paradise. That's weird. And I'm sorry. I don't know if it looks weird to you, but the color is just totally off. And I'm gonna try to set it up. I'm going to try to mess with it when I'm editing the video, but I don't know much about color balance, but it just looks horrible to me. I feel like I look like a green little alien. So I apologize if I look really funny and I can't fix it with the editing.